Miss Leavitt, I can't tell you how thrilled I am to be able to read this next amazing history and record. Class of 1952, Mary R. Leavitt, field hockey, softball, and bowling. Outstanding multiple sport athlete, varsity field hockey for 3 years, basketball for 3 years, varsity softball 3 years. Invited to play for the Rockford Peaches professional baseball team. Girls bowling team for 3 years. Voted best girl athlete at Natick High School in 1952. President of the Girls Athletic League in her senior year. The first woman trainer in the Bay State League. Varsity softball coach for 18 years. And league champion 1967. And one of my special and most wonderful teachers at Natick High School. Also an amazing biology teacher. Ladies and gentlemen, Mary Leavitt.
Hold on. I haven't seen this big a crowd since I had cafeteria duty. Well, someone has to tell a few jokes around here. My brother told me not to, so I am. I've written it out because I'm afraid my old lungs have deteriorated with all that formaldehyde. Teaching biology in A&P. Thank you very much. I am completely overwhelmed. I accept this award for myself, my family, and my school, and especially for all the young women who were my teammates in the 1940s and 1950s, from Coolidge Junior High to Natick High School to the Fast Pitch Summer Leagues. My dear friends that I still see and hear from, except for one that is in heaven. Betty Stocks Crisafulli is not with us, but I see Marilyn Pacifici Honorato, and Joan Musmaker, and Jackie Tebow Norton, Marcy Tebow, Pat Mahoney, and our own little South Natick Indian, Ann Jocelyn. My supporters are right there at the table, Beth, Jane, Ann, Gail, and Mandy. They're all excellent student athletes at NHS. I made sure they got good grades. My niece, Kathy Leavitt Morris, is there with her husband, Robbie. He played baseball on John Carroll's team. And Kathy did ballet and is now a wonderful nurse. My nephew Mark is on a business trip, so he is not able to be here. He was captain of the cross-country team, and he was quite good, except for one guy called Roberto Salazar. He could never beat him. I got the right name, didn't I? Yeah. Right, gee, what a runner. Seeing all you Natick High graduates, many of whom I had in class, I'm almost tempted to start a class, but I don't think you want me to start giving a dynamic lecture. Is it all right if I go on? Yes, you know, I'm old, so I get the privilege. I wish to thank my parents, my father's passion for fairness, and his patriotism in World War II. He was 39 when the war started for America, and he was determined to go and do his duty in the U.S. Navy. My mother, good heavens, thank her for her fighting Irish spirit and her love of Natick. I started my career as Dot Green did. At age 8, my brothers and I were allowed to go to Coolidge Field by ourselves. There we watched the older boys play baseball, and eventually we were able to have our own pickup games, and boy, did we learn from seeing the high school baseball teams there. Coached by the inimitable Charlie Marceau. Boy, is he one of a kind. I'm sorry, of course, Leo Grady was one that we watched play, and we learned a lot from him and the others. The picture is outside there. We shagged balls in the woods. We filled the water bottles and kept the bats straight. There's one thing Mr. Marceau could not stand, was bats that got crossed. Bob Carroll, no relation to John, I don't think. Phys ed teacher and later on coach of the 1951 state hockey champs, allowed me to play on the Lincoln School boys football and baseball teams in 5th and 6th grades. And Charlie Sticker, who you'll hear from, he and I were linebackers on defense. That's right. You know, when we, later on, I'll just cut short a little bit. When I got to coach at the high school, and Title IX went through, and the girls started getting wonderful schedules like the boys, and new balls and bats and uniforms. Although I think we got some cast-offs from that Fran Carey. He never let anything go back that didn't, he just, if he bought it, he kept it. He'd give it to somebody. Well, anyway, where was I? So when Title IX came through and things got better for the girls, some of us used to say, we older ones that didn't have those advantages, we were born 30 years too soon. But actually, we would never have had the memories that we have for the days when we were in high school. I want to thank my coaches from junior high, Connie O'Connor, who married Fran Carey. There's a good story in that itself when he was wooing her. We used to see him come down the corridor to the office there and say hello to Connie, and they were married the next year. He said he wanted a tall wife so his kids would be tall. He's a hot ticket. And my other coach, Dot Parmenter Buckley, Mrs. Bill Buckley, she is still alive, and some of you may have had her at Coolidge Junior High. Well, I'll go on. I had to, in 1966, A.D. Fran Carey asked me to take over as softball coach. What a thrill and an honor. 18 years ensued with a 5-year hiatus when I became president of the London Moss Hospital Board of Trustees. And I didn't come back again until 1979, when John Carroll hired me back as coach. And then, he asked me to become an assistant trainer in 1978. So the girls would have a trainer as well as the boys. And it was really a great thrill. In 1974, my brother Bradford was the head trainer, and little did I know that 8 years later, he and I would be brother and sister trainers for the 1982 Super Bowl team. So I had some great players. I enjoyed coaching and teaching in Natick High, and all the memories that I have stay with me forever. It was an old song. I'd give $1 million yesterdays. I'm sorry. I'd give $1 million tomorrows for one yesterday. Remember that one? But here we are the fortunate ones, where we are here at one tomorrow, collectively remembering $1 million yesterdays of many wins, some losses, but great friends, team pride, school loyalty, supportive families, and good press reports. I thank you again very much.
That's great. This is yours. Thank you.
Yeah, and this is yours.
I'll give it
Oh. Oh, Robert.
And here, Mary, this is yours.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And as Miss Leavitt takes her seat, I just want to mention that you may have thought you were born 30 years too early, Miss Leavitt, but for the thousands of young female athletes who came after you, thank you for everything you did for them.